A common frustration I hear from writers and storytellers is that their ideas are not as novel or exciting as they would hope. The reason being is that they'll take a scenario, like a couple fighting, and they'll put them in a bedroom or in a vehicle, and they're arguing in the car, and it just comes off as flat or mundane. And part of the reason why is because they're not synthesizing new ideas. The way to get around that is to ask yourself the rhetorical question, what if? What if helps me divergently think, which means I can come up with a list of hypothetical scenarios that are novel and exciting. The trick with a what if is to really ask a question that doesn't have a very clear answer. For example, what if the sun went away and yet we could still feel its warmth, that we weren't dying? What if you met a person who could remember everything from the moment they were born? These trigger our curiosity. And this is more than just an exercise to get you writing. This actually is a really useful tool to establish whether or not you have a compelling hook. So when we talk about hooking the reader, in screenplays you want this within like the first 5 to 10 pages. In a novel you want it within the first 40 pages. Earning that curiosity early on will help motivate a reader to actually want to finish your novel, or your story, or your screenplay. This technique is actually doing double service here. When you're coming up with your what if, don't worry about whether it's viable or whether you have an ending for it yet. That'll all come later. The trick right now is just to get you writing and ask yourself a what if question that would inspire genuine curiosity in you, and then write that down. This technique can be used at any stage in the writing process, but I find it most useful in the pre-write or brainstorming phase of writing. As you're doing this activity, try to focus on the imaginative play. You just want to try to find the most novel approach you can.